Fortunate to have, as I mentioned earlier, it's the Stone Doctors acoustic version right here, joining us here this morning. And I want to welcome you, Doctor. Thank you so
Greg,
much.
always a pleasure.
And Mark.
Yeah, that's right.
And Mark, tell me your last name.
Dore.
Dore.
Yeah.
And Mark's a new member?
No, Mark's from the very way back from '07 when we stayed at the concrete bunker.
Okay, at the concrete bunker.
Yeah. That was our first kick at the Cat, and that was at the Widowmaker back in '07.
Yeah.
I was saying that to Captain. I said, "Can you believe it?" Because that's where I met him.
Yeah.
And I said, to think that that is now like 17 years.
I know, right?
You know,
that's true.
amazing.
Yeah. And I remember when I was in grade 8, and friends of mine gave me a book at that time for my birthday. And it was the Rolling Stones, the first 20 years, and that seemed in those days it was like a joke. That's a lifetime. So to think that we've been doing this fundraiser for 17 years, and to think that those guys just had their 61st anniversary.
Well, there's inspiration. You're nowhere near done, right? Huh?
No, not at all.
And you appreciate the music, and you appreciate Sugarloaf. I mean, you've been coming. What keeps you guys coming back here?
I mean, I feel so fortunate that the community of, the Loaf, the Mound, Carl, and the Widowmaker, and like Michelle Bowden at, the Bag, we did an acoustic set there yesterday.
Yeah.
Just the support, it's remarkable how warm and genuine it is. And so for me, and I think for the guys, you just really feel that there's a difference to it. You really do feel that warmth when you put in the effort to make the
Special place.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
I remember coming here as a college student on a couple of ski trips in the late 70s, early 80s.
And you remember some of it?
Not much of it, to be
I'm
honest.
kidding. It was like the Wild West back then.
Every time we came here, though, the snow was great for a couple of days, and then it would pour rain, and then it would freeze up, and then it would snow on top of that. I'm like, okay, I guess that's the weather pattern here.
That's how we train. That's how we roll.
Good, hard Eastern conditions. Eastern powder.
Eastern powder. I remember.
Eastern powder, that's right. Well, of course, things have changed since the 70s.
Of course, yeah.
we are growing and growing.
No kidding.
And you guys have been doing this, and over the years, you've probably raised quite a bit of money.
You know, it's funny. I was asked that by somebody yesterday. I think we're just probably north, because we do some charity stuff in Montreal, because that's where the main of the guys are from. That's where we all met. Probably north of 300,000.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's neat about it is, there's other charities, but what we particularly do is 100% of what we do goes to help the kids or the families of the children on the sort of the intangible stuff, whether it's tube feeding foods or helping them with, for instance, for women, young girls having chemotherapy, they can actually wear a type of device that cools the follicles, so they don't lose as much.
kidding.
Yeah, they
No, I
don't lose
didn't
as
know
much hair, which is quite remarkable. I still don't know how it
groundbreaking.
works, but anyhow, that type.
I
of
could have
thing.
used that
You know,
about
that's
25
exactly
years ago, but anyway.
I've stole this one. It's got a battery pack in the back. It's cool.
Oh, that's very funny. And that's one of the things that you notice when you see the Stone Doctors is it's very fun on stage. It translates that you're having just a blast of your life, right?
Oh, it is. It's playing music's always fun and kind of an honor to be able to do it. But a way to do it where you know that you're doing something well, and then how welcoming the people are. Like I've said this before when we've been with you, you'll see people wearing shirts. You go, oh my goodness, that shirt's from 13 years ago.
Right.
And they're dusting them off like the Deadhead's going to a show.
Yeah.
Yet they're so incredibly generous, because obviously we've got new shirts always this year. This is from yesterday, and we have some wonderful ones. We did some designs with Jeff down at the Rack.
Yeah, tell us about the tour, because
yes.
you're doing the mountain tour.
Yeah, exactly.
Where have you been? Where you going?
Where are we going? Yeah, we jokingly call it the Independence Tour. So Michelle was very brave and had us play Après at the Bag yesterday, and then we wandered down a little bit of the slope there and sort of skied on the back of the guitar cases.
Yeah.
And played last night with Jimmy and Stacy and the folks down at the Brew House.
Yep.
Big Rock and Electric, and then today we'll haul the stuff down to the Best Barbecue, and we'll be playing the Rack this evening. And then the one we're really excited about is the Après show tomorrow at about 3 o'clock.
That's right. Yeah.
And then we'll play tomorrow evening
To wrap things up.
Yeah, wrap things up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think last time you did a show there was quite busy.
It was, shall we say, I'm not sure 100% if we were following the occupancy rules, but
Well, there is an outside deck.
well, exactly.
So there's
Yeah.
plenty of room to expand. Stay with us, because we're going to hear some music. You got to hear instruments with you.